A couple of weeks ago, I hung this banner in my restaurant, Brady's, here in Dayton, Ohio. We stand for America. Hundreds of customers have signed this banner since then, and they've been donating money to us. So we've decided to start a scholarship fund for veterans. I'll share the details at the end of this video. I wanted to tell you why we stand. The chaos of the past few weeks has opened an opportunity for our country to come together and recognize what true patriotism is all about. While hanging up this banner, a mother, father, and a sister of a fallen U.S. Marine came up to talk to me. In 2011, their brave son came home from the war in Afghanistan in a casket draped with the American flag, the symbol of everything that we hold dear: life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. We cried as I embraced the fallen Marines' family members, and we mourned that the stars and stripes that their son believed were worth fighting for and dying for had become the battleground right here at home, on the football field, and on social media. People on both sides have been hurling insults at each other since Colin Kaepernick took a knee during the singing of our national anthem and the displaying of our country's flag. I believe his gesture deserved to be taken seriously and not as an opportunity to attack his character. Yes, I respect our law enforcement, and I get that they have an incredibly difficult job. There needs to be a reasonable, rational conversation about why these protests are happening and how we can move forward as a country. Since that night, I felt the grief of the Gold Star family. Sales here at Brady's has skyrocketed. I actually expected the opposite would happen. Ohio is football country after all. The very first NFL game was played right here in Dayton, Ohio on October 3rd, 1920. People have been driving from 2 or 3 states away to support us and our employees. We've received heartwarming and supportive phone calls, emails, and direct messages from people all over the United States, thanking us for standing up for what we believe. This video isn't about me, it's about we. It turns out the enormous amount of pride and reverence that we have for the national anthem and everything it means to us as a free people and everything it has meant to us in the past is shared by the vast majority of Americans. Remember, it was under this flag that the 54th Massachusetts Infantry marched, one of the first official African-American units in the United States. Black men, Americans, fought and died to free their brothers and sisters from slavery during the Civil War. Tens of thousands of white men perished alongside them, too, in the same fight. This flag means freedom, and that's something that we as Americans should take pride in, no matter what our political party or belief is. Here's the bottom line. I am hopeful that the NFL can find a way to allow their employees to express themselves in a way that's respectful of the sacred traditions of our great nation. That's why, when I was on Fox Business last week, I extended an invitation to President Trump and NFL Commissioner Goodell to join me for a couple of cold beers so we could talk things through for the good of the country. As a conservative, I do believe under the First Amendment that the NFL players have the right to protest during the national anthem, just as I have the right to express that I find it to be disrespectful to our country, and I would like them to stop doing it. That song is sacred, and its performance is a moment in time that all Americans should be united as one. When I was a kid growing up on the south side of Chicago, I learned from my very first day at school that you stand and you face the flag when the national anthem is performed. Most Americans learn that same lesson based on the outstanding support of my decision to stop broadcasting NFL games here in my restaurant until players stand for the national anthem again. Of course, I know everyone doesn't feel as I do. Some have viewed my decision as misguided, as insensitive, as lacking understanding and empathy, or even racist, which sickens me. In the Marine Corps, I served alongside every race, color, and creed that make up the great melting pot of America. We were willing to die fighting under this flag if duty called us to do so. This isn't about taking sides. Have we forgotten that we're all actually on the same side? This is about coming together and being one. Let's engage in a more respectful dialogue. Let's honor the men and women who have died carrying this flag into battle to fight for our freedoms. And let's solve the problems of injustice that we face as a nation today. If we want this country to be great, we all need to do better. Extend an olive branch to the other side, whichever side that is. Have a coffee and talk it out with your liberal neighbors if you're a conservative. Sit down and break bread with a Republican if you're a Democrat. And then just listen. And instead of just protesting the national anthem, Let's put our money where our mouth is. Whether you agree with my position or not, it's not enough to keep speaking our minds without actually doing anything to help others. If you agree, go to WeStandForAmerica.com and donate to help a veteran's family. Together, let's find a way to turn the chaos of the past few weeks into a catalyst for change and a force for good. That's what being patriotic is all about. Recognizing the good that we've done and honoring those who have done it. That's why I'm standing for America, and I encourage you to stand with me. Semper Fi, and thank you very much.